Since 1999, Save Mount Diablo has presented Mountain Star Awards. Our Mountain Saver Award recognizes overwhelming or lifetime achievement benefiting Mount Diablo. It's long overdue that we celebrate Malcolm Sproul here, a lifelong conservationist and experienced field naturalist. As a child growing up in Berkeley, Malcolm was exposed to the great outdoors at an early age. He was that kid collecting frogs and snakes. He comes from a family in which public service is expected. Yes, one of those Cal Berkeley Sprouls, although Malcolm and Casey are long-term residents of Moraga. Malcolm received his degrees at UC Berkeley. After graduate school, he worked in the Marin County Planning Department. In 1979, he joined LSA Associates, a natural resource management and environmental planning consulting firm. His work focuses on endangered species and wetlands issues. He was a managing principal of their Point Richmond office, and he continues today as a principal and as a biologist. He was first exposed to Mount Diablo in the early 1960s as a Boy Scout at Camp Force near Rock City. He's been on Save Mount Diablo's board of directors for 27 years, making him our longest standing director. He's been president twice for 13 of those 27 years. He served on many committees, especially the Executive Committee, the Land Committee, and the Mary Bowerman Science and Research Committee. Because of his expertise, he is involved in every land acquisition and our response to every land use project. He's brought extensive financial and management experience to the organization, including the hiring of 3 different executive directors. Consider that Malcolm's attended more than 1,000 board and committee meetings, thousands of phone calls, hundreds of property tours. This is the stat that he would be proud of. During his tenure, protected lands and wildlife habitat in the East Bay have tripled in acreage to over 1/3 of both Alameda and Contra Costa counties. Save Mount Diablo and its partners have quadrupled the protected land around Mount Diablo to over 120,000 acres. He's been my mentor through thick and thin, and I'm proud to call him my friend. For overwhelming and lifetime achievement benefiting Mount Diablo, Save Mount Diablo awards Malcolm Sproul the 2020 Mountain Saver Award.
A bit overwhelming what Seth had to say, and my part in all of this has been a small part. And so I'd first off like to, as Seth noted, I've attended innumerable meetings. Thank my wife, who has been able to raise our children without me home many nights a week and listen to me on the phone or whatever it may be. She's the person who has had to put up with the time that I've spent doing this, following a passion that I've had since I was very young. There's a few things that I'd like to say about people that, as Seth noted, I was the kid that was outdoors all the time, roaming the woods, watching deer, looking for things, bringing them home. When I was very young, and actually up until probably about 20, a mentor I had was a guy named Dr. Woodrow W. Middlecoff, or Woody Middlecoff. He's professor of entomology. He was a professor of entomology at Cal, and we spent the summers at Echo Lake, and he was in a cabin very close to ours. And he took in a young boy who pestered him with questions and would tag along after him, and really was a very influential person in my life in developing my interest in the natural world. With Save Mount Diablo, I can't say enough about the time I was able to spend with Mary Bowerman. Mary, Seth can say a lot more, but Mary's a very quiet individual, but I was able to drive her to board meetings for a number of years and get that opportunity to talk with Mary, to understand her interests, because she had really, as a founder of Save Mount Diablo, was very influential. And that was a formative thing. And first time I was on the Land Committee, listening to Mary and Bob Doyle talk, I figured out I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to listen to them. And that was the start. So thank you very much for this. This is not something you work for. You put the time in because you truly believe in what we're doing, in preserving open space, the natural values that it holds, the wildlife habitat, the vegetative cover. That's what we want to see preserved, and fortunately we have been, piece by piece, very successful.